Alrighty guys, welcome back to Star Wars Review. Today is the weekly Star Wars recap for May 29th, 2024. And basically just the Star Wars recap for May, as I haven't done one this month at all. So there's a lot to get into. So I'm going to jump in for the new releases from basically the past month. There was The Bad Batch Season 3 Episode 15, The Cavalry Has Arrived. The series finale, which I enjoyed the episode. I should have a review of that out, which you can check out. Also, Tales of the Empire episodes 1 through 6 came out, which I enjoyed also, which I once again have a full review of that out also. Then a bunch of comics came out. The Phantom Menace 25th Anniversary Special one-shot came out, which I thought was okay. I did actually do a review of this one, so you can check that out. But then there was the Star Wars / Darth Vader Free Comic Book Day issue, the Young Jedi Adventures Free Comic Book Day issue, the High Republic Phase 3 issue 7, Darth Vader issue 46, Mace Windu issue 4, Star Wars issue 46. All of those came out, which I didn't read any of them. But this week, there's the High Republic Adventures Phase 3 issue 6, the High Republic Adventures Saber for Hire issue 1, or issue 2 I think actually, Darth Maul Black, White, and Red issue 2, and Jango Fett issue 3, which all 4 of those came out today. But with all that said, let's jump into the news. Starting off with some movie casting news, which it's been a while since we've got some of that, as there was a report from reporter Jeff Snyder, and then later The Hollywood Reporter, reporting that Sigourney Weaver is in talks to join the cast of The Mandalorian and Grogu, which, is a follow-up on The Mandalorian Season 3, and will be the first Star Wars movie to release in theaters since The Rise of Skywalker in 2019. But with Weaver, obviously, she's great. I love her in a lot of movies. Obviously, Alien and Ghostbusters, and more recently, the Avatar movies, and a bunch of other stuff. So I am very excited to see that she might be in a Star Wars movie. Obviously, as of right now, she hasn't actually joined the cast, only in talks to do so. So, there is a chance that she might not actually end up being in the movie, but I am hopeful, because, I would, like I said, love to see her in a Star Wars film. But that's all there really is for that. Not a whole lot. I assume The Mandalorian and Grogu will start filming in the next couple months. So I assume we'll start getting more casting news and whatnot in the coming months. But moving on to some Acolyte news. At the start of the month, there was a new trailer for the Acolyte, which obviously showed off a lot of new scenes and dialogue and whatnot. Gave us our best look at the new dark side user or Sith or whatever they are, which I did do a full breakdown of it, so you could check that out for my more in-depth thoughts to it. But alongside the trailer, there was a new poster showing off all the characters, and then there was also new character posters. But obviously since then, there's also been a bunch of TV spots, which I haven't gone through all of them to see what's all new. But the biggest thing I did see was we got a look at Vernesta Rowe wielding her lightsaber, which turns into a whip. It is a very brief look, but still cool, and I am interested to see it fully in action and whatnot. But maybe I'll end up going through and all the TV spots and find everything new and talk about it maybe in next week's weekly Star Wars recap. But also revealed, actually just today, was that the first 2 episodes will be coming to theaters, although very briefly on June 3rd, as I guess the screenings were free, but it seems like they're pretty much all sold out. And there was actually one near me, but it was sold out by the time I saw it, so would have been cool, but obviously it's only a day early, so I can just wait the 24 hours and watch it at home. Although it would have been cool to actually see it in theaters. But that's pretty much all the Acolyte news. Like I said, maybe next week I'll go through and cover everything new in the TV spots and whatnot, but I don't know. Depends on what is actually there and whatnot. But moving on to some High Republic news, some very quick news, as a new comic miniseries from Dark Horse was revealed, titled The High Republic Adventures Dispatches from the Occlusion Zone. which will be a 4-issue series and more of an anthology series. And the first issue will release in October, written by Daniel Jose Older. But Alyssa Wong and Kevin Scott will also write an issue for the series. Don't know if one of them will write 2 issues or if there's another writer writing another issue. Don't really know much. So yeah. But moving on to some more comic news. There was the Marvel Comics for August 2024, which I'm just going to dive into them. First, The Hyperbolic Phase 3 Issue 10, written by Kevin Scott with art by Jim Tao, which will come out August 7th, 2024, which it seems like this will be the final issue for this series, which the description for it says, Jedi Lost and Jedi Found. The team-shattering finale of the current blistering run. A choice given and a decision made, with terrifying consequences. Then, Star Wars Issue 49, written by Charles Soule with art by Chihiro Morales, which will come out August 21st, 2024, which the description for that says, Dire circumstances for Leia and the Rebel Alliance. The last remnants of Alderaan have come under threat from an old enemy. Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa could save these few survivors of the destroyed planet, but the Princess of Alderaan must choose between her people and the Rebel Alliance itself. Then Darth Vader issue 49, written by Greg Pak with art by Raphael Inco, which will come out August 14th, 2024, which the description says, Imperial Schism nears its thrilling climax. Luke Skywalker faces the full might of the Schism Imperial. Sly Moore makes the biggest choice of her life. The Mar Corps gains the upper hand, and Darth Vader confronts the consequences of his ruthless quest for unlimited power. Then Inquisitor issue 2, written by Rodney Barnes, followed by Raymond Rosanis, which will come out August 7th, 2024, which the description for that says, Darth Vader sends fifth brother on a mission to kill a Jedi legend. The Emperor has had most of the Jedi exterminated after the events of Order 66. Some have escaped. The Inquisitors are charged with hunting the survivors down. But there is one, a knight named Tensu Run, who is on Darth Vader's most wanted list. Who is Tensu Run, and what threat does he pose to the Dark Lord? And then finally, Ahsoka Comic Adaptation Issue 2, written by Rodney Barnes with art by George Gianti, which comes out August 28th, 2024. But that's it for comic news. Let's dive into some LEGO news, as a new LEGO Star Wars Disney Plus series was revealed, titled Rebuild the Galaxy, which will be a 4-episode series and release on September 13th. I would assume all at once. But it seems like a kind of what-if-like show for Star Wars, but also LEGO, as the trailer shows off, opposites. Like the end, we see Darth Jar Jar, once again voiced by Ahmed Best. So, it is interesting. I am excited to see Ahmed Best return as Jar Jar, as it has been a little bit since he's played him. I think the last time there might have been a LEGO special where he did. I'm not fully sure, but the last actual canon Star Wars story was probably the final Jar Jar episodes of the Clone Wars. But hopefully he'll return as Jar Jar in a actual canon story soon. But Mark Hamill will also return to voice Luke in this series, so there is also that. But the trailer also teased the return of Lego Jedi Bob, who is just a generic Jedi minifig in I think it was an Attack of the Clones set from the early 2000s. So, he'll be returning, which I think there will also be sets based off this show, so I am excited to see those two. So, it is neat. I've enjoyed most of the Lego Star Wars specials, so, I'll probably enjoy this too. But finally, it was revealed that Star Wars Hunters will finally actually be coming out very soon on June 4th, 2024, which will release on Switch, and then iOS and Android devices, which is the kind of arena-based hero shooter game, which, it seems like it could be fun. I do wish it was releasing on PC and Xbox and PlayStation, but, it is what it is. If it's popular enough, maybe it'll eventually release on those platforms. But I'll probably end up playing it a little bit. I don't know if I'll actually do any videos on it or not. I'm not sure yet. But if I do play it and actually enjoy it enough, maybe I will. So yeah, not much else to say there. And like I said, that's it for this week's weekly Star Wars recap. I'll hopefully be returning to a more weekly schedule again. So I'll probably be back on Monday, even though it is Wednesday. So yeah, but you can check out my reviews on The Bad Batch, Tales of the Empire, and my Acolyte videos, and everything else I do. But with Star Wars review, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
If you want to pull the thread and change everything, then pull it.